Hey, what's going on? It's Gary Wilson here, and in this video, I'm going to talk a little bit about some of the best ways that you can get started as a beginner to replace your full-time income if you're currently working in a job, or maybe you're struggling to get some success in the SEO industry. In this video, I'm going to talk about some of the best business models that you can go down because I've done a fair few of them myself, and I know tons and tons and tons of people in this industry. I've met them over the last 4 years. I became a millionaire from this industry alone, and I want to share with you exactly what I've learned, what the best business models are, and what you can do next to actually figure out what the best move is. I'm going to talk about some of the different models, and I'm going to talk about what the income potential is with these models and what's easy, what's doable, and then going to give you advantages and disadvantages of those models too, so you can work out if these models are suitable for you or which one might be the best way to move so that you're on a trajectory for 2021 that is useful, smart, and is going to put you in a good place in your SEO journey. So option one, which is probably going to be the least desirable option for most people, but it's get a job, okay? This is the first option that I recommend to anyone, and I'm going to explain why in just a second. The curve to learning SEO is an extremely difficult one, and you really need to have a mentor, or you're going to need to follow some really, really insightful people in the industry. One of the best things I did when I started out was I actually found other people who were doing very, very well, and I helped those people. I gave them value. I also paid a hell of a lot of money that I really didn't have at the time to buy courses just to learn every little inch of information that I could about this industry and how SEO actually works. That has developed me into a high understanding of SEO now, but if I didn't have those people around me, then I wouldn't have been able to get there. The thing is, SEO doesn't have a playbook straight from Google that tells you exactly how to do the job. It's not like being a lawyer or an accountant where there's just rules you need to follow. You have to actually learn from real life results of other people in the industry, and it's kind of like a deep community of people, and you need to get in with those people in order to get the knowledge in order to succeed. Getting a job is a useful tool, not just from the point of view of you're instantly getting income now. It's good because if you get the right job, you can learn from the right person for a year or two, which will also give you the money that you can save up to use in your SEO hustle. So getting a job is a great option for someone that's at absolute ground zero, just starting out, interested in coming into the industry. It lets you dabble in risk-free. And if you come on here and looking on Indeed, there's tons and tons and tons of SEO jobs. I've hired staff that have just directly outreached to my agency. So go and do some outreach, go and learn about sales, and go and get yourself a job in the SEO industry. You can earn anywhere from about £30,000, which is around 45,000 US dollars, to around about 60,000, 80,000 if you're a really good SEO. Some places might even pay you more than that if you're doing a great job within that company. You really know what you're doing. But that's really your limit. So the limit in terms of income is, probably about, we're going to put it in dollars, 45K to about, let's put it to like 80K. That's probably the reality of the limit of what you can earn per year, but you've got that potential to learn off other people, and you've got that instant ability just to jump in, get a job right now, and get on the path to becoming a long-term successful SEO person. The next option you have is to start a full-service SEO agency. A full-service SEO agency will allow you to provide SEO services to local or national companies and get profit in that. So what you're going to do here is you're going to have some kind of understanding about SEO, and you're going to create a website and maybe do email outreach, do lots and lots of different strategies. I've got tons on my channel, so make sure you subscribe for more information on how to actually scale an SEO agency. But you're going to figure out how to get clients, and from that, you're going to charge those people usually a retainer, so $2,000 per month, $1,000 per month, and you're going to go out there and find the services that are required to fulfill SEO services to that client and deliver it back. Some of the best SEO agencies use services and suppliers, and they know the right people to go to in order to fulfill SEO, and they actually end up not doing a lot of the fulfillment work themselves, which can make that agency very scalable and profitable. The great thing about an SEO agency is you can make endless amounts of money. There isn't a limit as to how much you can make. You could really make, like, probably the top SEO agency guys I know, they probably make about 5 to 10 million per year in revenue. So maybe their profits, a few million per year. And that's the top end. But most SEO agencies really hover around 20 to 40K per month, which again is a good few million a year. So SEO agency is a very, very profitable model. It's very scalable. And it's a fantastic model for most people to get into. It was the first thing I ever did when I came into the SEO industry. However, it's difficult. You need to learn SEO. You're going to need to find mentors. You're going to need to get into the industry. And the other thing with it as well is that you're going to need to find the suppliers for the services and become a good salesperson. So there's lots of skills required to run a successful full service SEO agency, but it is a great option for a beginner who's coming in, because if you fail the work and you don't actually rank the websites, you still get paid. It's a great cash flow positive business for a beginner to get started with. So I really recommend looking into the SEO agency model too. The third model kind of stems off of the SEO agency model, and that is running a service business, okay? The potential for a service business is much the same as an SEO agency. However, you don't usually sell directly to businesses or companies that look for full service SEO. A service business would be somebody that maybe offers link building services, maybe offers content services, maybe sells social signals. These are people who usually sell a specific product to perhaps SEO agencies or sometimes even direct consumers that are looking for them for their businesses. Now, the thing with running a service business is it's not easy, because you're going to have to actually learn how to provide a service. And this is what I do. I run a link building agency, soon to be a content agency as well. So we provide services to SEO agencies, and we also provide them directly to businesses that are looking for the parts of SEO as well. Now, in order for me to have learned how to do that, I have had to create a massive team of people, learn about systemization, processes. There's so much stuff that goes into actually providing a quality service that people want to buy on a consistent basis. But if you think that you're somebody that is perhaps very good at working with people and is good at building, SOPs and creating a company that actually fulfills lots and lots and lots of stuff, and you can build that up, those are usually the best types of people to run these kinds of businesses. You're also going to need to learn sales. It's a very similar model to an SEO agency, but the difference is you're maybe not charging monthly retainers. Usually with these, you're selling just the parts, so it'll be one-off payments. Sometimes you'll have monthly stuff, but it's usually one-off payments for the different parts of SEO. And it's also a great way to get started because it's cash flow positive. If you know how to provide a really good service that people want, then this is a great option. What I would recommend you do here is start thinking about things that aren't available on the open market right now, and think about parts of SEO that people actually want to buy and spend money on, but it's not currently available. Option 4 on the table is you can run a consultancy business. So consultancy is essentially when you just help people with your time. Okay, now the caveat of running a consulting business is you need to kind of know SEO. That's why if you're at complete ground zero, getting a job might be one of the best options. So running a consultancy business, the other time consuming part of it is really your time. So unless you're creating a course or you're really doing things at a high scale, consultants don't tend to make a very, very large income, and you do need to again have that knowledge. It's not usually the best place for a complete beginner that's coming into the industry, because again, I don't recommend somebody who doesn't know SEO to start training it to other people. That is essentially the scum of the consultancy businesses. You don't want to be there, right? If you're training other people, you should really know what you're talking about. You should have proven, delivered value to customers, and you should be training people. And there's nothing wrong with training people. There's nothing bad about that. It's just you should know what you're talking about. So running a consultancy business, a good consultant in this space, I've seen some make a couple $100,000 a year if they're doing it directly. But really, if with your time, it really caps out about $200,000 per year unless you're selling courses. If you're selling courses, you could do anywhere from $200,000 to multiple millions of dollars per year. If you sold the courses very well and you became quite a big name in the SEO business. But that's the kind of consultancy business. It's a great model if you're if you're really good at teaching people, you're really good at spending time with people, and you think that you can provide value, you have something that they need in terms of knowledge, consultancy offer is a fantastic way to go as well. Option 5 is you rank local lead gen sites. Local lead gen, this is where it gets exciting. So a lot of people get really, really excited to jump into SEO and start making tons of money, rank their own websites, live the dream, go and live on a beach while your websites make you tons and tons of money. Local lead gen sites are probably one of the best beginner ways to get started if you're actually going to rank websites, because usually local lead generation is quite easy to rank. So if you actually know how to rank websites, local lead gen is a good option. Now, a lot of people, they don't know how to rank websites when they come into SEO, so they should do one of the 4 things I've already spoke about. Probably not even consultancy, they should do the first 3. Those things will allow you to learn SEO a lot quicker and allow you to do parts of SEO and allow you to get into things with a much lower level of knowledge. Local lead generation websites, you actually need to know how to rank because you're going to be investing your own money up front to actually get the website ranked. Usually the best guys that do local lead generation sites are very good at mass scaling this operation out. So they'll create hundreds and hundreds of these sites, thousands and thousands of different potential customers, and they'll be running it almost like an agency. So you need to have the skill of being able to rank the site, and you need to have the skill of being able to get the customer who'll take the leads off you. That's how the model works. You rank it on top of Google for local terms. You go to a local business and you say to that local business, hey, I have leads here. Do you want to buy some of these leads from me? And they'll pay you commissions in multiple different ways to actually get those leads from you. This model can make people anywhere from just a few $1,000s per month to I've probably the top guys I know in this space probably do about 2 to 3 million per year. Again, very, very profitable market. You can make a hell of a lot of money doing local lead generation websites, but it's very, very difficult. It requires a large-scaled operation. You really need to understand the markets you're working with. You need to understand how to scale websites that actually rank at the top of Google. But the great thing about this model is that it's easy to rank the websites usually. You're usually ranking for very easy terms. It's some of the, the stuff where you can knock out third graders. You're not taking out the big guys in the SEO industry. You're knocking out little roofers and things like this. So this is a great model for somebody getting started as well, if you know how to rank. The last option I'm going to talk about, number 6, is ranking affiliate or e-commerce sites. Now, this is not usually something I recommend to beginners unless you really, really know what you're doing. This is where you can make an insane amount of money. I know people that have sold websites for tens of millions of dollars. People have websites that make hundreds and hundreds of thousands per month on recurring income. It's an extremely profitable place, and it's usually where most beginners look at and think, holy crap, I want that. The thing is, that is not easy. You need to really have a high understanding and a very intellectual understanding of SEO in order to make this work. I jumped in at the start of my SEO career and I came in and created a lot of affiliate and e-com sites, and a lot of them didn't rank. It took me years to get to a position where I could take a website, do the right things to it, and make it consistently rank on an ongoing basis. That is difficult, and that requires a lot of money, time, and skills in order to do it. You're going to have to invest normally to make an affiliate or e-com site work because the competition is usually going to be fairly hard, and you're going to have to catch up with the competition in terms of doing the right link building, doing the right amount of content, and doing all these things that's just required to make an affiliate or e-commerce website work. So if you're coming into this business thinking you're just going to jump in and do affiliate e-com sites, you better know what you're doing and you better have a little bit of capital to do that. What I really recommend for beginners is to look at some of the other options that I've described here, and even put lead gen over here. Look at some of these other options and use the cash flow from these other models and put it into your own assets like affiliate websites, local lead gen sites, because these assets will make you passive income in the future, and you can make a lot of money from that. However, it's not the best place usually to get started. You want to be getting money in the door straight away for your sales and then use that money to actually fund other operations. That's usually the natural progression of SEOs. So this is a fantastic model of the different things that you can use, some of the understandings. I hope this video was really, really insightful. And if you want more videos like this or videos on ranking, how to get into the SEO business, how to grow your agency, then subscribe to the channel. I'm going to be putting up a ton more content like this. Please subscribe, and I'll see you soon. Bye-bye.